sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about a home field advantage, you have to consider Kinnick Stadium. The fans are right on top of the action. They are on top of the opponent's sideline, making it one of the most difficult places to play in all of college sports. Named after Niall Kinnick, a war hero, the beautiful wave to the Cancer Children's Hospital. This is one of the most iconic spots to watch a college football game in the country. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Buckeyes offense will go to work first. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me. Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Taken in by Smith on the right side. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Sayin from the gun on third down. Fires quickly. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Punts it out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Sayin on the play action. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He wants to change this route. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Buckeye! Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Hawkeyes offense will now get its first chance with the football. They will have their hands full with this matchup as they try to make sure the running game gets going. They got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Moulton. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Trying play action. Escapes trouble. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you, don't be too aggressive.
A nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback putting it right on his guy.
And the Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's a gift to Moulton. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. It's complete. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a 1st down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Throws to the tight end. Has it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
Here's Kamari Moulton. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. He wants to throw it. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Saying. Snagged out of the air. Pick up of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Saying. It's complete to the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Saying back to the air. He's got it.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Now here's Saying. Here's the pressure. Finds his man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Buckeyes are flying down the field. They'll go play action with Saying. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understanding his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. With the draw, it's Jackson. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry.
Might have a chance. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Handoff for Malton. Fights off a defender.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. That brings them to within 1.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Play fake, say it. Here comes the heat. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, say it. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's a gift to Malton. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Pulls it in on the right. Out of trouble just like that from deep in his own end. Into plus territory. They mark it at the 49. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They've put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. First play of the drive wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. Got it. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to throw again. Complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Hawkeyes in the hurry up.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got his man downfield. Iowa spends his 2nd time out here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Well, on a lot of 3rd downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that 3rd down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Man, this offense taking the sack, that is not what we need in this area. They've struggled really badly. Like, they're kicking too many field goals. A lot of times this will jump up and bite you later in the football game. This offense has got to protect their quarterback and execute better in this area of the field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Minnesota taking on the number 4 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Gophers, who are faring well right now in their quest to turn this season around. 2-3 would hardly be 5-0, but if they can close this out, they've accomplished something. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game at Kinnick Stadium. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's send it back to Duke Slater Field at Kinnick Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Off play action. Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The give to the lone running back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Play fake, Julian Sayed. Here's a heat. Makes the catch. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offensive quarterback find one, they could hurt you. And you saw it right there on the crossing.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Throwing, say it. He's looking deep. Upstairs to make the catch. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And as a quarterback, that's what you want to do on these deep go-route type throws. You want to put a lot of air under it so your guy can turn around, locate it, and then make the catch.
Yeah, and that's so hard to stop. I mean, I'm running full speed down the field with a guy that's this fast, and I don't know where the ball is and when it's coming out, and trying to make a play on it is extremely difficult.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Again, it's Sayin. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Touchdown, Buckeye! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Firing to the right, complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And that's a really good throw by this QB, man. Seeing the crossing routes, putting it on his chest so he can keep running across the field, get those yards after the catch. Nice job being on the same page with QB and receiver.
Here's a little room there. He's at the 30, the 10, and he scores! Touchdown, Iowa! Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, it's a one-possession game, down 21-13. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on Ohio State's sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Say it. Looking deep. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. Back open in the middle. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jackson. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. First down, 10 yards to go. Here's Sayin to throw. makes the catch.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Julian with the play fake. Dances away to buy time. He's got an open man. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Rushes on him. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Run inside. It's Jackson. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on third down. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. He's got it on the move. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Buys a little extra time. Looking to the end zone. Incomplete. He was going for the touchdown.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line, but 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a third down. They'll be happy to get out of this drive with just 3 points.
He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Saying to throw for it on 4th. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. There's a crease.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He'll be stopped at the 15. It'll be a 1st down, and this defense misses an opportunity to keep them backed up close to the goal line.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
Handoff for Malton. Breaks into the open. Picks up the 1st down. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for room. It's Moulton. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Through 3 quarters now, these wide receivers, both big parts of the game plan. Here's how they stack up so far. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Here's a give to Malton. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Throws for the tight end. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. The Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to it. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left. It's caught downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It's Jackson. Maybe a crease. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Creates a little space. Got enough for the 1st. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Goes high to pull it in. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Touchdown, Ohio State. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he'll be smacked to the ground. And the Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Scrambling away. He'll pull it down. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Trying to get away. Turning it on. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Quarterback adapting. He's going to take off. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it along the sideline. They're able to ride him down, but not before he has flipped the field with a huge pickup on the play, and now they are set up coming out of the 2-minute timeout. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Steps away. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes to the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now, because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
And he makes the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. This offense has it with really good field position. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Can't get him to the ground. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Iowa spends his second timeout here. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And the Buckeyes enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. Now the Hawkeyes will call their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to